Hello YouTubers, welcome back to Therapeutic Tuesdays. Today I want to go over with you how to work out or to stretch, mobilize, reduce the pain in your lower back and your glutes, your booty muscles. Alright, let's go ahead and jump right into this. So the first thing that I'll show you is a stretch to help kind of loosen that lower part of your back right above the butt muscles themselves. So what you'll do is bring your arms out to the sides. You're going to raise one leg up, trying to keep that knee straight as you can, and you're going to cross that leg over your body. Now when you cross your leg over, make sure that your shoulder is staying down, right? Because you have a tendency, if you're tight in here, to kind of lift that arm up. No. Keep that shoulder and the arm on the floor. I even want the shoulder popping up. Keep that sucked in and down towards the floor. And you're looking past this hand. So you've got this twist going on in your body. Hopefully in the upper body you have the belly button pulled in. So you're really working on rotating the upper part of your back, stretching the side part of your glutes, the butt muscles, the hip, and that should alleviate some of the lower back discomfort. Breathing deeply in through your nose and out through your mouth. And after about a dozen of those breaths, you can bring the leg back up, rest it down, and then do the same thing on the other side, crossing it over and looking away, making sure that the shoulder stays on the floor. So the next one that I want to show you is a kind of a figure four, I guess you could call it, where your ankle is on one knee and you're kind of working on stretching out, very similar to the last one, but it's more glute intensive, deeper in the meat of the butt muscles. And so you're trying to keep your chest up, and the closer your hands get to your hips, the more intense this stretch gets. One thing I want to make sure that you realize is to keep the toe of this elevated leg, the one that's not on the floor, make sure that the toes, the foot, is pointed. Right? Not flexed, but pointed. And what this does is it helps stabilize your knee so you're not trying to mobilize in the knee joint. The sole purpose of this is to try to mobilize in that hip joint. Okay? Working on hip mobility, which I'll probably do at another time. Alright, so again, you're holding this for a few, maybe a dozen breaths, and then you'll switch sides. Start back here in more reclined position, and during your time of breathing and trying to let this stretch happen, you can walk your hands further and further up towards your butt, towards your hips. Right? Try to keep the shoulders away from the ears as much as possible, not letting you shrug too much, but extending. Even if your butt lifts up off the ground a little bit, that's okay. Keeping my toes pointed, my foot pointed. You can also do that same thing on a foam roller. Helps take the pressure off of your arms, right? And you can also kind of smash through this. It's not as hard. The stretch isn't as intense, but you are getting a good little butt massage, trying to melt the butt muscle over the roller, right? So you're not pancaking, you're not rolling out dough like a baker would. You're simply breathing and letting those muscles melt, to relax, to melt over the foam roller. The last exercise to help relieve tension in the low back in particular would be to put yourself into child's pose. So big toes touching in back, my knees come apart so that I can fold myself down. You see how far my knees are apart, and I can just scoot right in there. trying to get my butt as close to my heels as I can. Almost like you're sitting on your heels, right? And then stretch the arms out in front of you. And if you can, rest your forehead onto the floor. Remembering to breathe deeply in through your nose so that it fills up the lower belly. And you can feel the lungs and the diaphragm expand to press into that low back. Expanding that area, and then breathe out to relax and release. So there you have it. A few, 3 or 4 nice little stretches and mobilization exercises that you can do on your own at home without even using any equipment. The only thing I really used was the foam roller, which I recommend you get anyway for just daily use. If anything, is to open up here in the morning. Using the foam roller to really open up in the upper part of your back, right? So it's like right underneath the chest area behind you to open up the upper back. Hips on the floor. Opens up that sternum, keeps you from making a hunchback. Because nobody wants to be a hunchback, right? Keep mobilizing your tissues. Keep going. Keep growing. I'll see y'all next time.